Hello and welcome to Verba Vocal. My name is Anna.
And I'm Mark.
And we are live here in the new little studio.
I love it.
So some of you may or may not know that I recently moved house, which is why things have been a little bit quiet, even though you're expecting lots of these live feedback kind of videos. But moving house was a little bit more traumatic than I first expected it to be, as I had no internet for 2 whole weeks. It was
Miserable.
hell.
Miserable.
It was miserable. I asked Mark if I could go to his house, but he was like,
Absolutely not.
I'm a very messy house guest. No, that's not true. But anyway, we are here, finally set up and ready to give you guys some feedback. So I think about 55 people entered.
It was tons.
Yeah.
Tons of people.
It's been great listening to you. And so it's going to take a little while to get everyone's feedback out. Don't worry, we're not going to do 55 sets of feedback in this particular session. What we're going to do is just 5 people today, and then we'll keep rolling week after week, doing feedback sessions until everyone who originally entered has been covered. The books are now closed, so we're not going to be doing any more giveaway feedback for anyone else, only the people who entered when the competition was open. So hello everyone, who do we have? We've got quite a few of you in, 64 of you in, fabulous, lovely to see you all. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you a little clip of all the 5 people that we've chosen today. This is a safe place. So they're going to sing. I think it's quite scary putting yourself out there saying, look, I want some advice, I want some feedback. So we are not, no one is going to be mean, no one's going to be unpleasant. This is a place for constructive criticism because nobody is born with an incredible voice. Everybody has something they need to improve. And so that's what we're here to help you with, okay? So only nice comments. Anything unpleasant will be removed, and anyone who is not constructive and not helpful will be banned. So a word of warning to those trolls that are lurking. I am fully aware of the trolls. I get them on the other channels and have become quite good at dealing with them. So you've been warned.
Trigger finger.
Yes, any trolls lurking, you have been warned. But otherwise, I think it should be lovely. So a quick hello to people. Hello Sky, hello Hayley, hello Anastasia, Clara, Ash Minxie, hello Thappa. Oh, some interesting names. Chelsea, hi. Maria, Ella, hello. Jennifer, 4 degrees of the scales.
Hello, 4 degrees.
How are you getting on? Have you taken the things that we gave you in the last feedback session? Have you taken them on board? And is it helping? So quite a few of you. Hello. Oh, goodness. Oh, Ella's dropped us a super chat.
Yeah.
Yay, thank you so much, Ella. So Ella has sent us €2 and you've said, it's lovely to see you. I'm so excited.
Lovely to see you too.
Love, love, love. Ella, you are such a wonderful support on my other channels, and it's lovely to see you here. Just so you know, anyone who does send a super chat, your comments will definitely be seen because they're highlighted, and all the money that's raised through super chats is put back into equipment for the channel and helping this channel to grow so that everybody can benefit. So thank you, Ella. All right, without further ado, let's have a look at the very first person. Now, this person came to us and said, look, I've only been singing for 4 months. So a very new singer is looking for a lot of advice around kind of pitch, breathing, and just anything that generally he needs to work on. So let's all be very kind and see what kind of constructive feedback we can give to this chap. Here we go.
You're broken down and tired of living life on the merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out. Move mountains, we can walk it out. Move mountains.
Okay, fantastic. So well done, first of all, for putting yourself out there. like I said, it's really scary to sing in general, especially when you're singing to an audience. I used to find it really scary just singing to like my mum and dad when I was younger. If it was just a couple of people, that was scary enough. Then standing on a huge stage, like when we did the gig at the Royal Albert Hall, and that's what, 2,000 people, or is it
6,000.
6,000 people.
6,000 people.
So it was packed. There were so many people, and that was scary. However, when you put yourself out on YouTube, you have no idea how many people are going to see you and what they're going to think. You can't see their reaction. You can't feel their reaction. And sometimes people are out there just to be horrible. And so you know that you're potentially going to, get some trolls trolling you. And so I think putting yourself out there on YouTube in the way that you've done is commendable. So well done for being brave enough to make that first step in your progression. In terms of what we think, in terms of your singing and what you can work on, firstly, I think it was a very hard song.
Yeah.
We had to listen to the original, great song and a great one to be aiming for, but we think technically it's a very difficult song for a beginner to be working on. So perhaps choosing some material that's a little easier, that doesn't jump around too much, would be a good thing to start with. Mark, you were also talking about his high range.
Yeah, obviously the temptation is when you're nervous is to sing comfortably at the bottom of your range because it takes less breath, less volume. But actually your higher voice was actually a lot better than your lower voice. You had better tone, better pitch, better control. The vibrato was much steadier up high. So I'd suggest try and overcome the temptation just to sing low, just because it's
safer.
Yeah, it's not actually necessarily easier. I'd just be a bit braver.
Yeah, so sing higher, like sing songs that are higher in your range, and know that that's a nice warm place in your voice. Obviously, all singers should work their entire range. Like, don't just stay where you feel comfortable. Do stretch out and work. You can extend your range. I had a very small range when I started off. I think I only had like an octave or something, and then I extended it to almost two octaves, 2 and a bit maybe.
I thought so.
So you can, if you work hard, you can extend your range, and we do have videos especially for that. So that's one tip for you. I would say to relax your face. You seem very tense. Your posture's good, but there's a lot of tension here. You're doing a lot of this pulling, and this is good sometimes for getting you on pitch to kind of brighten the sound. But usually you want to sing with a relaxed face. Okay, so just try to relax a bit more. And also your breathing you asked about. The breathing isn't so great. There's a lot of snatch clavicular breaths, that's high breaths. So do think about relaxing, pulling the breath down into your tummy. Again, with the 7-day program, there's a video that explains particularly and helps you with breathing lower and getting better breath support. And that also helps with relaxing. And the final thing.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Relax your arms.
Yeah.
This isn't going to help with that tension doing this. Always, I would say, when you're learning, is to put your hands on your tummy so that you can feel that breath coming into the stomach and feel the diaphragm working. So yeah, put your hands here, but not here. Okay? All right, so brilliant. Well done. Everyone that we featured today, their links... their links are in the description box below. So if you want to go and follow anybody that you see today, then the links are there for you to have a look at. Alrighty, so let's have a look at a few comments before we look at the next person. So, what do we have? Sky says, I sing when nobody's at home.
So do I.
Yeah, it's a funny thing, right? So you're normally more comfortable when no one's around, and sometimes you might have neighbours in, and even knowing that someone's behind a wall can be quite scary. It's something you do have to get over though. If you really take singing seriously, you have to get used to singing when there are people that might be able to hear you, because otherwise you hold back. And you're never going to really develop a strong voice if you're always pulling back and singing quietly. You have to sing out if you're going to really progress your voice. Can you sing something, Anna? Oh, I don't know.
Having just said all of that.
I'm drinking coffee right now, and I haven't actually warmed up today because I haven't done any singing. There are plenty of examples of my singing on this channel though, so you can find some examples right there. What is the best way to do a cover of a song and how to make it stand out?
If I knew that, I'd be a millionaire.
I think the best covers out there are covers that have been slightly adjusted to suit your style. So if you cover a song and do it exactly like the original artist, it can be good, but it's never wow. It's never standout. It's standout, I think, if it's ever slightly different. So if you play around with a melody, maybe if you play around with like change the tone, maybe change the actual style. So if you took something that was a pop song and make it more jazzy, or take something that's fast paced and slow it right down and make it acoustic, might be quite fun. The
easy one is to do something that's sung by a singer of the opposite gender. That's the easiest thing to do. Pick a girl's song if you're a boy.
Yeah, awesome. I like singing boy songs actually. Great. Okay, so let's have a look at the next singer. Who do we have? We have a lovely lady. Got a lot of Adele covers today. Okay, so this is a lady called Sarah, and Sarah is doing Adele Take It All. So let's have a quick listen.
Didn't I give it all? Tried my best, gave you everything I had, everything and no less. Didn't I do it right to let you down? Or maybe you got too used to having me around. Still, how can I walk away from my mind? It's gonna be an empty road without me right here. Not gonna take it all with you. Don't look back at this crumbling fool. Just take it all with my love.
Fabulous.
Lovely.
Okay, thank you very much, Sarah, for entering. We loved it.
Wonderful.
Was our first instinct was fabulous, great voice. We really like the different tools, vocal tools that you're using, the kind of creaky onset, the differences in tone. We love how your voice changes in and out, a full voice and then going into softer voice. So really great control. If we were going to give you any kind of constructive criticism of how we think you can improve, it would be, we think potentially you've got a heavy tongue root. So a little bit of tension in the tongue. We notice this because on some occasions it goes ever so slightly flat. Never sharp.
Never sharp.
Never sharp, but ever so slightly flat, which is just suggesting that you're bunching your tongue up at the back and that the tongue is sitting quite heavily on top of the larynx. So what you can do to tackle this is
Boot camp.
tongue boot camp. Tongue boot camp, if you're not already aware, is basically making circles with your tongue around your teeth with your lips closed. Like, it looks like this. Very attractive. So it looks like you're cleaning your teeth. Now, what I would do, how many would you get someone to do?
I do 8 one way.
8 the other way.
8 way.
7.
Yep.
7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4,
Until
4,
they
3,
cry.
1. 3, 1, 3,
3,
2, 1.
8, 4.
So basically quite a lot. What you'll feel as you get towards the end is a real like pain and tension. It feels like tension in the jaw joint and in the back of the tongue. And it feels like you're bringing tension in, but what you're actually doing is helping to release tension in the deep root of the tongue. You can also take your thumbs and push them right in. You'll feel your jawbone. If you go behind that, you can give a good rub there, and that kind of gets the tongue root, but it's not as effective as tongue boot camp. So if I'm singing, I will always do tongue boot camp in every warm-up. Even if I only have literally 3 minutes, I would do tongue boot camp, I'd do a siren. Those are the two things I would definitely always do, because it releases tension and it makes sure my larynx is ready to go up and down through my range. Okay, so make that part of your essential singing warm-up.
Your tongue will feel about 10 times bigger once you've done it. So it's just like that.
Yeah, when you have done it as well, just stretch the tongue out. So if you put the tip of the tongue behind the bottom teeth and stretch the tongue over like that, I would do that about 3 times, and you'll feel at the back of the tongue the real stretch through. Okay? So, but otherwise, we think you've got a really great pop sound. So keep it up. We're excited to hear more. I have subscribed to everybody that I'm featuring today, so I'm really looking forward to seeing your progression. Okay, don't forget that people's links are in the description box below, so if you enjoyed that, guys, then go and subscribe to Sarah Covers. All right, let's have a look at some comments. Annie, you have a very beautiful vibrato. How do we sing? How do we sing with our natural vibrato? Natty, we actually did a video all about how to sing with natural vibrato, but the very quick answer is, although this is widely disputed among singing teachers, a natural vibrato is something that you achieve just through time. It's not something you can make happen. You can practice a false vibrato by just doing a modulation in tone, ah, like that. But a natural vibrato just comes through a relaxed throat, which you can only achieve once you're very comfortable singing and once you lose that kind of tension. So the best thing you can do to try and achieve a natural vibrato is to sing lots and lots and lots and lots and lots, and then eventually it will just happen, I promise you. Okay, what else do we have?
Another question from Natty there.
Another question from
volume.
Natty. How can we work on volume when singing with no microphone and singing low notes?
Well, we've done a video on that on the 7-day program on power.
Yeah.
You want to be looking at twang. Twang is good for power.
Yeah, I mean, if it's low enough, then you can be singing with chest voice. You can be, probably belting it out. But I think one of the key things, diction. If you have trouble with the ambience of a room, or you have no microphone, then diction is going to be your friend. The more you energize your diction, the harder the sound will travel and the clearer you'll be to an audience. But yeah, it's a lot of it's going to come down to supporting your voice and projecting your voice. So singing outwardly rather than inwardly. But yes, do check out the 7-day program, and in there is a video all about power, exercise for a powerful voice. Do that on a regular basis and it will come quite quickly for you. Any others that we want to answer now?
Think about foods.
Food, okay, food to avoid, I would imagine, is what you're asking.
Yeah.
Food and drink to avoid. I would always say, as a singer, I would never eat spicy food. Basically, anything that will create acid reflux in the days leading up to a singing performance. Acid reflux is is when you get too much acid in your tummy, and the muscles that are supposed to stop things from coming back up your esophagus kind of relax a little bit too much, so that when you're laid down, the acid comes back up your throat, disgusting, right? And starts to slip into the larynx and burns your vocal folds. And so that's why sometimes when you've had a curry, you wake up and you have that very kind of burny feeling in your throat. It's not always good for the larynx, and on a long-term basis, if you do have acid reflux, you want to speak to the doctor and find something to address it, or adjust your diet to address it, because it's not healthy for a singing voice. So I would avoid anything that makes you feel acidy in your tummy, so spicy foods, alcohol
or coffee,
yeah, because also caffeinated drinks dehydrate you, or they make you go to the bathroom a lot more, so you lose a lot of fluid.
Diuretic.
Yes, that's the word.
Also, that's a politer way of putting it.
Yes. So yes, just drink lots of water, eat nice bland food.
No dairy.
Yeah, avoid dairy. You don't have to completely, I would still eat chocolate. Even if I was singing the most important gig of my life, I would still eat chocolate. It's just that some people get quite mucousy when they take dairy, because we have this kind of lactose intolerance on different levels. Everyone's different, and some people get more mucousy than others. So if you feel like dairy bungs you up, then avoid it when you're about to sing. Okay, just lots of water.
A lot of water.
Loads of water. All right. Yeah, acid. It gives you a feeling of wanting to burp when you're singing. Yeah, I hate that. There's nothing worse than trying to sing an emotional song and then wanting to burp the whole way through. how can I stop sounding nasal when I do twang? If you're doing an N sound, if you're doing the twang exercises, nya 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 nya, then because you're doing a n, it's going to come out of the nose. It comes through the nose because you're doing an N or an M sound, and it's natural. If you're trying to avoid a complete nasality, then just think about driving the voice out through your mouth rather than too high up here. But it is going to have that aspect of nasal resonance. That's what twang is all there for. It helps with the power. But I do have a video on nasality which has exercises to work your soft palate. Okay? Right, let's go and have a look at the next singer. So, this young lady is also a musician. Plays the piano.
A pianist.
Another Adele song. This is a lady called Frenzy Teaser. I hope I pronounced that correctly. But let's have a look.
From my hometown, memories fresh. From my hometown, all the people I've met are the wonders of my world. Are the wonders of my world. Are the wonders of this world. Are the wonders of my own world. I like it in the city when the air is so big and opaque. I love it to see everybody in short skirts, shorts and shades. I like it in the city when two worlds collide. You get the people in the government, everybody taking different sides. Shows that we ain't gonna stand it. Shows that we are united. Shows that we ain't gonna
Okay, thank you very much. So again, well done for being brave enough to put yourself out there, and anyone who is able to, then go and show some support by clicking on this lady's link and going and subscribing to her channel. She's only got 19 subscribers, we're included, so do go over and show some support. Very talented young lady. So our first thoughts, again, love it. We really like your general overall sound. We think it's great. One thing we would say about recording yourself is we think you let yourself down by putting the piano, as I think the sound is coming directly out of the piano into whatever it is so it's coming out live out of a speaker rather than going through a wire into your camera. The power of the music.
The power of the music.
The power of the piano is kind of drowning out your vocals a little bit. So I would rather hear your vocals clearer than the piano. So maybe turning the piano sideways on and singing sideways a little perhaps, or depending on your editing software, record your music separately, because what the biggest bit of feedback I'm going to give you as a singer is I want you to stand up. I think you're really letting yourself down in terms of power, sometimes in pitching as well, because I think you're sat. It's making you lose, like you're throwing your head back sometimes and you're losing that connection to your body. And I think there is a huge voice in there. I think you've got a real power to your voice. I can hear it sometimes when it's engaging, but I think there's so much more that you can give, that if you can stand up, release your hands and really belt it out. And I'd love to hear what you've actually got. Mm-hmm. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Open your mouth is the other.
I think that's all I've said is your recording setup, and you can open your mouth more in some of those vowels. So, and sometimes you're kind of keeping your mouth quite closed when it should be more open. So think about trying to make more space in the mouth, and just keep the head aligned rather than throwing it back too much. Keep it aligned and stand up and belt. That's what I really want to hear. So yeah, we've subscribed to you. We're looking forward to hearing some of your future releases. Cool.
Fab.
And
some really good covers. Love
yeah,
it. Really great.
Lots of love for Adele today.
Yeah.
I really love you guys. You've helped me a lot. Oh, thanks guys. Roller skates back there. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not mine.
Not yet.
No.
Get Mark on some skates.
Super chat.
Any piano advice for beginners? What should the daily practice routine to become better really fast?
Oh my.
So a question for the pianist.
For me, God, it's been so long since I've done practice. You want to be. It depends on what kind of player you are, really. If you want to do the whole technical side, then you should. There's a whole series. There's like the Hanon exercises. They're okay if you want to do all that sort of thing. If you want to play pop and play your own songs, then you need to play. That sounds daft. But
I definitely improved. My piano isn't great, but I definitely improved when I was playing every day. It definitely made a huge difference.
You've got. I mean, it's the age-old thing. If you're not having any fun, then you won't learn anything. So technically, what I should say is go and do your scales and go and do your arpeggios for 2 hours a day. But if you don't enjoy it, then there's no point. Yeah. So play anything. Play songs. Play wrong notes. Play chords. Play little runs. Make stuff up. Just sit and play, and you'll find hours go by, and you've done 3 hours practice without even knowing you've done 3 hours practice.
Yeah, I love the piano too. Jennifer loves the piano. Do you think our voice is limitless? No. Obviously, some people can achieve certain things with their voices where others can't. I do think that anybody can learn to sing well. I think that everybody has the potential to learn to use their voice to the best of their voice's potential. So I think everyone can learn to sing in tune. Everyone can learn to sing with power. Everyone can learn to sing tunefully and with nice tone, and to sing a song that is entertaining and nice to listen to. I think that's within everybody's everyone's reach, within everyone's grasp. It's possible. But like, I could never sound like Jennifer Hudson. I could never sound like Whitney Houston. I could sing those songs, but in my own way. But yeah, don't try to be like anyone else. Just learn to use your instrument to the best of your ability is what I would say to everybody. A couple more questions. What should I do if I listen to my records and I'm not sure if I'm singing correctly on pitch? Ear training is one of the best things you can do. I noticed the more I worked on singing harmony and the more I listened to exercises on the piano, the better I became at learning to hear when I sang badly. Or even now, like if I'm singing with like our guest singers, or if it's me and Nick doing harmony work, I can hear straight away if one of us isn't quite right, or if we're making up songs, because we've got a new channel. It's a children's channel called Bella and Beans TV. So if you have some young children, or young children, then please direct them to Bella and Beans TV. It's the same team. It's me, Nick and Mark. But we make up lots of songs for that channel. We have only just released one video, but we've got lots on the way. And when we're making up those songs, I can hear straight away if we're hitting a bum note. And I never used to be able to hear that, and that's just through ear training. So use our harmony videos, work with them, sing harmonies along to your favourite songs rather than just singing the melodies. Get used to harmonising, and eventually you'll hear when you're off. Okay, so let us go to the next student. This is a lovely lady called Ella. Ella?
Yeah, Ella.
Ella's here. So let's have a listen to Ella's rendition of Hello by Adele.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like me to go over everything. They say that I'm supposed to heal ya, but I'm done healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet.
Yeah,
Ella, we absolutely love that. Now, I know I stopped it before the big bits, and I'm sure everyone's going, no, we want to hear the big bits. The only reason I stopped it before the big hello from me, that bit, is because whatever you're recording on, the audio input level hasn't been set properly. I mean, it's probably like just a little camcorder. I'm guessing you don't have an external mic with it, but it's basically distorting because the sound's very loud and the mic level is popping, and so I don't think it does you justice. I think your voice is amazing. You needed a better recording device, or when you sing the big bits, like with an ordinary mic, sometimes you have to step away when you're singing loud because otherwise it distorts the sound. Please go and follow Ella if you aren't already. Do go and follow everyone that we've actually put up, because I think these guys are really talented. They've been really brave to put themselves out there and they need support. Ella, we have no feedback for you because apart from perhaps you could be a little bit more disciplined on sitting on the music, because you're lagging back, which is a feature, it's a style to just pull back behind the music a little, be a bit lazy on the music. So as the piano kicks in, you just wait a minute and then come in with the singing. So you're doing that a little, which is kind of jazzy, right?
Yeah.
It's a jazz thing to
nice.
do. It's lovely, but I think for this song, don't do it too much.
No.
But that is our only advice. Otherwise, we think your voice is beautiful. We think that you perform incredibly well and you have a great presence on camera. Just sort out your microphone, because we want to hear this stuff in top quality, because we think it deserves it. Okay? So you've got a subscribe from us and a thumb up. Well done. All right, what are the people saying in YouTube?
I think she sounds great.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I want to listen to the choruses. yeah. Lots of wows.
Smooth. Favourite song.
Okay, some of you saying that you have pain in your voice when you're singing, or your voice is hurting. I talk about this a lot. There's a difference between feeling tired and actual pain. If every time you sing you feel a scratch in your voice or any kind of pain when you sing, that's not good. That means you're hurting your vocal folds. So you're stressing the muscles, or you're bringing your vocal folds together too hard and actually doing damage to the skin and the vocal folds. So it's not good, and you have to stop. If that's happening, you have to stop and readdress. It might be that you're too tired, that you've sang too much. It might be that you're dehydrated. It might be that you're constricting or you're not supporting properly. Maybe you're driving too much breath. And there's lots of different reasons why you could be getting vocal pain. If you're only getting an ache when you've been singing, so not at the point when you're actually singing, but afterwards you're like, oh, my voice is aching, that's okay. That's like aching after you've been for a long run. Like your muscles ache. Your muscles might even hurt. But it's the sharp, scratchy pain you get when you actually sing, that's the warning. That's when you should stop. Aching afterwards, fine. Pain during singing, not fine. The best thing you can do if you can't address that on your own is to go and see a singing teacher face to face, so that they can find out exactly what it is. Of course, we can't do that remotely. So hydrate, rest well, don't overdo it, and stop if you feel pain, and go and seek advice. Okay? I can't hit high notes or use my head voice no matter how many things I try when I sing. I can only sing falsetto lightly. Falsetto and head voice are very similar. If you work on your falsetto and just try and eliminate breath, then that is head voice. So I would work more in your falsetto if you feel that you can achieve that, and see if you can strengthen that up. Okay? And in terms of singing high notes, you just need to work up to it. Wherever your range, you feel like your range stops, just keep working up to there and try and push a little further. Even if you're only getting out a tiny little sound, that's going to help to extend your range. I'm talking a lot, aren't I?
Yeah, well, I think that's what we're here for.
I noticed that I don't give Mark a chance to talk.
That's
how can I get rid of hoarseness when I sing and talk? Hoarseness sometimes comes about from not engaging, not speaking on full tone. So some people kind of speak a little bit breathy like that, or just some people speak on kind of a creaky sound. You know, if you're not feeling very well or you're feeling a bit tired, then you might be like, yeah, I'm really tired. This is speaking on creak. It's not good for you. So if you're feeling hoarse or irritation in your voice, even if you're tired, always try and bring those vocal folds together properly and get clear tone. It takes a little bit more effort, but it makes a big difference to your voice. Okay. Okay, I think we should see the last person. Because Mark, it's your home time, isn't it?
It's daily my home time.
Okay, so this
yeah.
last lady is from America, from Boston. Did I read that
I
right?
think that's right. We said, didn't we?
I think it's from Boston. So yeah, let's have a listen.
I can't help being impressed when I look down at my chest. Oh yes, my chest, it might as well be non-existent. How can I ever compete with 34 double B's? And rolling my eyes when I look down at my thighs. I might as well take everything that I eat to my legs. I am so broke for the night, too lazy to exercise. And if I had hazel eyes, maybe I could be fly. If I had no cellulite, big breasted pockets real wide, then maybe I could be so fly. And if I had a small waist, I'll make the boys go insane. Then maybe I could be so fly, so fly, so fly, so fly.
Thank you so much. So the first thing that Mark said when we played that was, wow.
Yeah.
Love her. Absolutely amazing. We really, really love what you're doing. Of course, you might have seen me give that a thumb up. So please do, everybody do the same. This girl deserves lots of subscribers. Very good guitar playing as well. Really, really impressive. So you were asking for specific advice on breathing and your technique. We think what you're doing is great. You asked about tone. No, you asked about tone and pitching. In terms of tone, we love your tone. We love it. I don't think you need to do very much to change your tone or improve your tone. We think what you've got is brilliant. You're obviously very talented. There were a few teeny tiny little pitchy moments that could be tightened up. But I think that could be tightened up very easily. Just make sure you're doing your scales. Even the best singers still do regular scales and regular vocal exercises. Like I saw a video recently of Celine Dion. And Celine Dion obviously is an incredible female artist. She's been working for years and years.
She's doing all right.
She's been working for years and years. And she still does scales and just very basic singing exercises. Because like a car, you have to maintain your engine. So you have to keep it well oiled and keep getting it serviced. You do take some snatch breaths in some funny places, which a snatch breath is a quick breath. I think potentially it's to do with the kind of tension. You're sat down for a start. So what we suggest is get a strap onto your guitar, stand up, so that you can really engage your body, breathe properly, and then you shouldn't have to do these little snatch breaths because they do come in the middle of phrases, which is quite unusual. So try to get those breaths into different places, and that will also help to release. You have a little bit of tension, so that will help to release that tension and make this song easier for you. You did say that you sing higher than normal. You try and push your voice higher than you comfortably than where you feel comfortable, which is absolutely fine, and I think it sounds really comfortable. It's just that slight bit of tension and the snatch breaths. So just try to relax, stand up, and just relax those shoulders even though you're playing. I know it's tough, but that should sort it out. And just regular scales, and we think you're going to be an absolute superstar. So well done. So, guys, that's all the feedback for today. Thank you so much to everyone who has been featured today. Don't forget, guys, that all the people featured are linked in the description box below. So go and show them some love because I think they all deserve it. I hope that you found this helpful. I'll answer a couple of questions now, and then I'm going to have to let Mark go home. he's got 2 little babies at home that need daddy to go and say hello and look after them.
Feed them, that sort of thing.
Feed them, yes. So, how can we enter a new competition, says Jennifer? So, what we usually do is open a giveaway up every couple of months. So, if you stick with us, press that bell notification. So, what you need to do is make sure you've subscribed and press the bell notification button, which is next to subscribed, and then you will be notified whenever we are live, and you'll be notified whenever we upload new videos, of which we try to do at least 1 or 2 a week. We're not going to do another giveaway for a couple of months now, but if you're a patron, patrons all get advice and feedback if they so wish, as a thank you for supporting the channel. And also, as of this month, patrons are also going to get all the backing tracks that we do for the Audition Pianist playlist. So if you want the backing tracks to download from the Patreon page, then you just need to sign up as a patron and they will be available to you. Links for that is in the description box below. If you enjoyed this, guys, then please do give it a thumb up because we love a thumb. And don't forget that we've got loads of videos here to help you, so do check the video backlog. Sky has asked, can a tenor male singer sing soprano range?
Yes.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
What more proof do you need?
Yeah, you can extend your range, and if you are a high male singer, then you can cover the soprano range. On video, my voice sounds rubbish, but in real life, everyone says I sound good. Who says that your video sounds rubbish? Is it you? Most of us think that our own voice recorded sounds rubbish because it sounds different to what we're used to. So if you record yourself and go, ooh, I don't like the sound of that, it's normally not bad. It's just not what you're used to, and they're 2 very different things. So play it to your friends and see what your friends think. Okay? Jennifer, when we do the next giveaway, it will be very clear in the video that we put out how to enter. Okay, so don't worry too much. What studio equipment would you advise? You don't need any big equipment. A good microphone.
That's about it. Yeah.
Just have a good microphone. It's something that we're saving up for. We don't have a good microphone. If you want just a affordable and reasonable microphone, so better than just your phone or just a general camcorder mic, we use at the moment a Zoom, a little Zoom H1. It's portable. They're really handy. The sound quality is generally okay. It's much better than most mics, and they're about £60, which is probably around $80 American. Possibly, it might be linked in the description box. I tend to put a link to it. Let me have a quick look. Keyboards, no. I have done a video on equipment that, have I done a video?
Not on this channel.
Not on this channel. Anyway, it's called a Zoom H1. So go and look for a Zoom H1, and that's what we recommend. Anything else? Sorry, there's so many comments. I'm sorry if I haven't answered you. How to kill an audition. Actually kill it as in be good. Or kill it as in bad. Have you seen the do's and don'ts in an audition room video that we did? We gave some really sound advice there. To kill it, be confident, be prepared, and be awesome. Be yourself, basically. Be confident, prepared, and be yourself. Those are the 3 top tips I'd give. How can I release my voice? I mean, I had to sing very quiet these last few months. Now I feel like I can't sing freely anymore. What can help? I guess you feel like you're feeling tension, so you need to do the right kind of warm up. Try doing song boot camp. Just do a good vocal warm-up. I don't know what level you're at, so I don't know which warm-up video to suggest to you, but something like the West End warm-up might be a good one for you. A couple of days of doing a singing warm-up and maybe singing through some of your favourite all-time kind of regular songs that you'd always sing. That will free you up.
Do it steadily. Don't try and go straight back to what you were doing before if you've not been doing that for a while.
Just a bit at a time.
A little bit at a time.
Yeah, but warming up.
Vital.
Yeah. Get your voice back to where it was. I'd say it takes a couple of weeks and then you'll be exactly where you were before. Okay. Right, guys, we're going to have to go because I do need to let Mark leave. But thank you so much for joining us. We are going to be trying to do more feedback. I think we're doing one next Thursday.
Yep.
Yay! Probably around the same time. So I'll see you next Thursday, hopefully. And make sure you have subscribed, given us a thumb up, and we will see you next time. Thanks, guys.
Bit of a
Take care. Happy singing. Goodbye.